Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to change the way the world eats. My name is Shurina. I'm a certified nutritionist, health, nutrition, brain productivity coach, and just someone with a lot of passion for helping you guys to learn how to use nutrition, but also lifestyle and your other resources to feel, do, and look your absolute best. Guys, so I took a whole week off and it's been needed. A lot of times in life, we need to just stop and reconsider where we are, where we want to go, and whether what we do aligns with where we want to go. And that's exactly what that week was all about for me last week. I looked at where I am, building this new business, helping entrepreneurs, founders, startups, remote teams to improve, change, increase their productivity, their performance, changing their habits and routines and protocols, all neuroscience based, right? So this is where I am. And I needed to reevaluate all the activities in my days in order to dedicate as much time and energy and mental resources as possible to this new business, new cause, new passion. Not so much new, it's kind of like accumulation and compilation, aggregation of everything that I learned, put to a purpose that I'm really passionate about. I want to help purpose-driven people, founders, entrepreneurs, companies to deliver on their goal, on their results, on their mission faster and better and more effectively, enjoying the process, or also to deliver at all. Guys, I've been talking to a lot of entrepreneurs and founders and people who are aspired to do something, but they feel like they don't have enough resources, like they are busy already and they are fatigued mentally and physically, and they just can't conceive the idea that they're going to be doing something more on top of that already. Yeah, they have passions, yeah, they have goals, and most of us, guys, if we are honest with ourselves, we do feel like, what is this next thing that we want to work on? But we just feel not up for the task. We feel like our mental and physical and emotional resources just aren't there. And we can't do anything on top of what we already are doing at the moment, right? And so one of the factors, one of the parts of why I'm doing what I'm doing right now is that I want people to realize that they have more resources that they think they have. They just need to align all the habits and lifestyle environment in a way that help these resources to be, first of all, spent wisely. All of us have limited resources. And then second of all, allows them to increase those resources. Also for the past couple of weeks, trying different projects and figuring out where exactly I want to put my energy and all the resources into, I felt like I was kind of like all over the place. And I was on the phone sometimes, I was doing client work sometimes, I was trying to study all over the place and working on a project here, on a project there, and it felt very exhausting, guys. And I didn't accomplish much. It felt like I was so unproductive, even though I was busy doing things, and at the end of the day, I felt so fatigued mentally. And then also it kind of flipped into feeling fatigued physically. But I realized it's not the amount of work that I did that was more, or that it was more difficult. Yeah, it was new and a lot of things were kind of unfamiliar, but I wouldn't say they're like, super hard. It's not like, running 10 marathons one after another, right? It did not require it did require more resources, but not for a good reason. We can have all this energy and all this mental and physical resources, and we can spill them all over the place, sprinkle it everywhere. And then for the tasks that actually matter, that require quite a lot of work and a lot of focus, and focus, by the way, is a hard work for your brain, we feel like we have no energy. And that's not, again, because we don't have it, just because we sprinkle it all over the place. And on this Monday, guys, the purpose of this talk, the purpose was of this, whole thing that I just told you, was you have the resources, but you need to learn two things: how to increase those resources, applying, the health science, nutrition science, all of the things, at least at a minimum level. Nobody is asking you to become a nutrition or health or fitness fanatic. No, but things like, sleep well, eat foods that actually nourishes your body, doesn't steal your energy, engage in positive relationships, do meditate, practice mindfulness, because it is important for your mental state management to learn how to operate with your mental and emotional resources, right? So do these things. But then also on top of that, we need to learn, all of us, how to manage our mental energy and mental resources, and be very intentional about where you are spending your mental energy resources. So guys, to be more clear, I'll just give you an example. I already shared with you that I felt very all over the place and not accomplishing much at all. I just learned a bunch of things that didn't work for me. And that's what I want to share with you on this Monday, so you can also use this, and really use this, guys, because if you just think about it and well, it sounds good, but I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, nothing gonna change. That's what I also learned, right? Like, for example, phone management. I watched a short video from Ryan Holiday, one of the, he's very young, he's younger than me, maybe by a couple of years. He's a very prolific writer, and had amazing corporate career also, and then developed this stoic philosophy, business that comes out with different products and courses, etc. But anyhow, he created this video and shared his routine, and how in the morning he never uses his phone, and he goes for the walk, his regular walk, and then he starts working on the most important task immediately for several hours. And he never picks up his phone, only after, when he's done, with his important work, he will check his phone. And most of the time he's disconnected and working on one task, not multitasking, but on one thing. And then he has time dedicated to, errands and things like checking emails, etc. And this phone management, I always advertise it, put your phone away. But I realized that I was checking it more often than I should have. And also that it was stealing my energy and attention. In the morning, I would read a book, a couple of pages, great book, about leadership or motivation. And then I would share it on Instagram, and it immediately started to suck my attention. I would pay attention to something, and it would steal the direction of my focused attention to something that felt important, but then something that I considered long-term work and maybe research that was important, I would put it off. And it seemed it's just for 5-10 minutes. But those things accumulate. And more importantly, they steal our ability to pay attention, to learn, to focus. Because, guys, those things like focus, like attention, like memory, they do require mental resources. And if we sprinkle them all over the place, we have very little left on important work that is also very often challenging and requires those things, a lot of that, like focus, attention, and learning, and memory, and sustained motivation, and connecting the dots, and all these beautiful mental and cognitive resources that we have, right? Planning and removing distractions, and saying no to certain things. that is all about mental resources. And if we, like I myself, would check our Instagram like every hour saying that it's for work, well, I can post for work once a day. I check my messages from people, from followers and from clients once a day, a couple of times per day, not like every single hour. Nobody even wants my replies every single hour. People also want to actually work on their things, but because they have so many notifications and messages from other people, we feel like we're obliged to reply, and then we never get to work. But if we all agree that we are asynchronistically going to reply to each other, the world is going to be, much easier. And that's what I'm kind of been doing, but not full time, right? And then I just realized the last couple of weeks that that's gonna end. And so now in the morning, I'm not checking anything on my phone. I wake up, I meditate, brush my teeth, and I get right to work. That is now writing a book in the morning. That's my primary activity. So that's number one. Phone management, it matters, guys. Set the schedule. I recommend no, more than maybe 4-5 times per day. You check your phone, do the necessary thing. If you do have to reply to calls, etc., then delete other notifications from other apps. You can set the settings on your phone which apps can send you notifications if you need to actually hear the sound. Now, my phone doesn't make any sound because, well, I know when I need to check in with certain people, and outside of those times, why do I need my phone to be making any sounds, right? So it's not even about airplane mode. I just turn off all the sound, put it in the closet, and until I need to check it, I literally forget about it. And putting it in the closet, guys, it's like a magic bullet. I put it in the closet, and very often I even forget that I put it there, and I'm just walking around doing my things, getting things done without my phone, anything. And then when I actually need to message someone and call someone because it is required for the task, then I remember, yeah, I put my phone away. And that's actually beautiful. I started to get so many more things done, and most importantly, I feel like I have space in my mind to think, and certain ideas start to be popping up again. I feel like that productive, creative Angela that I've always been, but I compromised that with my own poor cognitive resources management, including my phone. A few other things that I learned that might be useful to you. I can't do well without proper days off. That's another thing I learned. If I want to feel happy about my work, if I want to do good work, if I want to be passionate about my work, if I want to over-deliver, no questions about it, I need my days off. At least one full day off when I pick up. No phone, no email, I read no books, I don't learn, I just chill. I need at least one of those days. Ideally 2, if I want to be full on for 5 days, doing a lot of content, creating a lot of content, working on my business, working on my clients, and I want to show up fully, I need those days off. That's what I realized for sure. I even got a little bit sick because I think of not having those days off and just overloading my system. By the way, guys, on being sick, what I usually do, I don't take any medications. I build enough resources for my body. My body is healthy, is fit, and I know it can handle quite a lot of things outside of, some unforeseeable infections or whatever that might be that I need medical attention for. But other than that, what I do 3 times per day, I slice some lemon, I squeeze the juice of that lemon, I drink that with water, and with that I take a zinc supplement, usually 15-20 milligrams 3 times per day. The distribution of that matters because we can only absorb, it is said that we can only absorb so much zinc at one time, so maybe about 15-20 grams, maybe a little bit more, but the point is if you take high doses of zinc, most of it is not going to be absorbed. So 20 milligrams, 15-20 milligrams of zinc with that lemon and vitamin C. By the way, that increases the absorption of zinc and I'm getting better really fast. I'm not 100% actually, but almost there. As you can hear, I'm feeling pretty good. My brain is working and is on fire. So days off, crucial for the work that sparkles, guys, that gonna makes you one-of-a-kind professional and creator and business owner. So take days off and put them on schedule and treat them as religion, like seriously. If you are a type A and overachiever, you think you can do without days off forever, you can't. Your work will suffer. The very thing that you're trying to get better at will suffer. I promise you that. Timing, when I do things really, really matter, like the morning. Unless it is morning and I'm sitting there without my phone, I'm not getting any writing done, for example, or very complex tasks, right? So timing matters. I'm not the same as I'm in the morning as I'm in the afternoon, right? So if there is a challenging task, for me, it's writing right now. For you, it might be, working on some analysis of your business, or maybe writing an investor pitch, or maybe writing a business plan, whatever that most difficult task that you feel just so, challenging. Do it first thing in the morning, guys. For most of you, even if you're a late morning person, maybe if you're a late kind of like night owl night owl person, maybe that for you is later in the day, but find that most productive time and work on that, on your challenging task, distraction free, put your phone away, just turn off everything, tell everyone you're not available, and work on that task then. Also, not being distracted by things, even things like food or some errands, just stay on the task. Take breaks, like real breaks, disconnect, maybe every 30 minutes for 5 minutes or every 40 minutes for like 10 minutes. Take those breaks, disconnecting, just kind of like chilling, maybe laying in bed and doing nothing, or doing, a few squats, few burpees to keep that blood flowing towards your brain. Disconnect and then keep working until you're done. Right? Or until that time period that you can dedicate to that task is over, guys. Otherwise, again, your attention is going to be all over the place for, food, emails, that message that popped up and you felt like replying, and it's not a big deal. It is a big deal, guys. It's your mental resources we are talking about here. So, timing matters and distraction management matters. And also, routine and avoiding unnecessary decisions. Like every Saturday, I do my shopping. That's the only day I do my shopping, any kind of shopping. Grocery shopping, clothing shopping, shopping for cosmetics, whatever that might be. Only one day. Number one, you avoid all kinds of decisions throughout the week for your groceries or food or buying stuff. You just don't have them because now you have only one day for that. And if some idea pops up or something that you need to buy and it's not urgent, not like your computer is, down and you need to get a new one. No. But if you know that this can wait, put it on the list. I have a special list. And then on Saturday, like that is for me, I evaluate. Do I still want it? If I already forgot about it, then I don't want it. Guys, also saves you a lot of money and probably a lot of time and energy than you would be spending thinking about buying it, using it, like all kinds of things, that things come with. It's not just the buying of it, it's also mental resources and energy on using it and thinking about it. So consider that, right? Routinize as many things as possible to avoid unnecessary small decisions, then steal your energy, your mental resources from bigger decision. That is a huge thing. Another thing that I learned being all over the place and making all kinds of decisions that I had no mental energy and resources to learn about things that I'm passionate about, like brain performance or nutrition or health, right? So spend your mental resources wisely. You have only so much per day. Yes, you can increase that, but usually by just being mindful about how you use them already. And last but not least, meditation. Guys, it's a very special, very effective tool to learn how to focus on the right thing, to train that skill, to learn how to pay attention for more than 15 minutes on one task. Sometimes I would start working on a thing and then I would just forget that an hour passed by and it felt like minutes. So meditation helps you to nourish, to amplify, to create that skill of being able to focus. And also, it makes you aware of what kind of thoughts and emotions are going through you and what they do to your actions, right? To your life. Meditation is a very powerful tool and it needs to be practiced daily. And on some days, I kind of decided that it wasn't important. I don't have to meditate today. I don't have time, right? And every time it backfired. I felt more exhausted. I felt like my attention was more all over the place and I couldn't control what was happening. And my emotions also were kind of not that manageable and beautiful and flowy as they usually are. So meditation, don't underestimate it. There are so many apps, so many guided meditations when you don't need to think what to think about or not to think about or how to do it. The guide, the app, like I use the Balance, the same from Elevate, brain training app. So the point is meditate, guys. If you want to be a Jedi of focus and productivity, meditation is a powerful tool and there are many resources you can use to teach yourself that and to practice it. And that's it for today, guys. So mental resources, they are crucial if you want to live a passionate life with purpose, with meaning, where you feel like you have all the time you need to do all the meaningful things you want to do in this life. And on the ending point, on the last note, there is a link in the show notes, a new link in the show notes. I partnered with one of the most, founded, researched, recommended, very reliable supplement company. They care a lot about quality and they have very smart formulations. So I finally partnered with a company that I love, respect, I believe in. They usually partner only with certified professionals. So I was able to set up our partnership. And for you as a listener of that podcast, you get 15% discount with Thorn supplements, available for now only for the US. Well, actually, UK, Europe available too, but you need to get in touch with me personally, right? Also, if you visit that link in the show notes, you actually go to my personal page where I have a stack of supplements, not like a huge abundance of all of kinds of supplements that you can imagine. No, there are only less than 10 supplements that I personally recommend for optimal physical and brain health and performance. So check them out and get all of them. That's my recommendation. Again, not so many of them, but they're all crucial for optimal brain body health. If you have any questions about those supplements, also feel free to reach out. If you're in Europe, in UK, also reach out and let's set you up with discount and great supplements. I use supplements. I recommend them. It is very hard to get everything optimally from foods, even for me, even though I think a lot about my nutrition and my meals daily, right? So check that link out, get your supplements, get your 15% discount, start managing your mental resources, not your time, your mental resources, focus and attention well, and be blown away by the amount and quality of work and life you get. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And as usual, you'll hear from me tomorrow.